At this point, I want to introduce someone who actually in this town needs no introduction at all, but a man who has become famous following in his family's tradition with his recitation of the Gettysburg Address. George Randall.
Good morning, everyone. It's a nice crowd. I see some new faces, which is good. The first thing I'd like to do is introduce a young man who's going to take my place. He promised to take my place. I don't know how many years I'll be able to get up here. I'll be 85 in March. So, in a few years, you'll probably see him with Jack McGarrett, please stand up back there somewhere. There he is, right there in green. Thank you, Jack. Now you're going to have to memorize the Gettysburg Address, okay? Okay. I'd like to go back a few years with different things. Veterans were made the start of the Revolutionary War through today. So I'll do the best I can. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow wrote the poem of that saying, "Listen, my children, and you shall hear the midnight ride of Paul Revere." It was the 18th of April, and 75, hardly a man is still alive who remembers that famous day and year, the famous ride, Paul Revere. They put lanterns in the Old North Church when the British Navy came into Boston Harbor. And Paul said to his friend, "One if by land, and two if by sea, and I on the opposite shore will be, ready to ride and spread the alarm to every Middlesex village and farm." It was 1 o'clock at Lexington, 2 o'clock at the Concord Bridge, 3 o'clock at Bunker Hill. The farmers' dogs were chasing the redcoats down the road. The cry was, "Don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes." Thank you, Henry. Now I'd like to move on to the Constitution of the United States for all the veterans and thank the founding fathers for writing that for us. And I'll give you the preamble. We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, ensure the blessings of liberty, and for ourselves and our prosperity, promote the general welfare. We do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. And I would like to mention thanks to the Gold Star mothers of this country. And now I'd like to ask for a moment of silence before we move on to Gettysburg. Anyone who would like to say thanks for your freedoms, your liberties, and your pursuit of happiness may do it in this moment of silence. Thank you. And take you back to Gettysburg. 407 years ago, our fathers brought forth to this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to a proposition that all men be created equal. We have met on the battlefield of that war. We have gathered here to dedicate a portion of this field as a final resting place for those who gave their lives. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in the larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow these grounds. The brave men, both living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little know, nor long remember what we say here, but they shall never forget what they did here. It is rather for us, the living, to be here dedicated to the unfinished task which they who fought here have thus so far nobly advanced, and that the government of the people, for the people, and by the people shall not perish from this earth. I thank you all. Reverend.